Welcome back to the A-frame cabin build. Last time we left off, we finally got those walls framed and sheeted, and now we have another big milestone ahead of us. We're putting Typar on the cabin to protect all the work we've done, and we're finally starting the front deck. This is the part I've been daydreaming about, the spot where we'll drink coffee, watch sunsets, and really feel like this cabin is coming to life. Let's get started. Get the two end ones done.
Thank you, love of my life.
There you go. We have to cut all these 2x12s down because they're like, what, about a quarter inch almost wider than we see here, than what the ones are already integrated into the building.
This looks a little better.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be way better.
So we got our two 12-foot pieces for our joists, deck joists. So this is how wide it's going to be.
Screws are better in a way for this stuff, but Okay, now. Yeah, here on this X. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Oh, yeah. Right.
That's fun.
Yeah, the deck will be 24 feet wide, so each from center out will be 12 foot on each, and because we're working with 16s, our cutoff of 12 is 4 feet, and then that's working to laminate onto this beam, having two 12s, 16 in the middle, and then a 4 and a 4. It's working out pretty good. There'll be two plies of the beam sitting on the beam, and then the third ply will be hanging over just so there's room to finish past this beam later.
Yeah, with whatever skirting in. We haven't decided what we're going to skirt it in with, so.
It's gotta be on that side.
Okay, so that's all our 2x12s laid out exactly where they need to be. 16 inches apart. Our triple joist in the front. Oh, I can't wait to like walk on.
Starting to install the deck joists now that we've cut them down to size and ripped them down to size. We're starting to, I got our layout, every 16-inch centers, I got a mark. We're laying them out and putting our two 12-footers together and laminating them together with this, with the cutoffs. So we're pretty much we're not having too much waste here. We're pretty much using up most of our material, and I'll just continue stacking them together and nailing these on, and then we'll be able to start our blocking.
Okay, so we got all the splicing put in.
Yep.
In between where the two 12-foot pieces will meet in the middle. So now Jesse's just tacking them in.
I'm just toenailing them down to the beam and then be able to move on to the next step.
Okay, so now we're just going to be cutting the rim joist for the sides of the deck. So what's the measurement for that?
78. Lift way up, because yeah, oh. Go down a little. Whoa. 1, 2, okay. Down all the way flush. See, now go look what I'm looking at there in that joint. See it? How's that? Look
Why is
straight.
it way more out this time? Look. Way more out.
Because it's not touching.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, I just hold this flush here. Yeah, that's pretty good. There.
Skunk nearby. Just got a whip.
Okay, come and hold this in the middle, Christine. Like right about here, because it'll make it easier for you. Okay, a little more. Oh, yeah, right there. Don't move. Okay, now lift it up. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. See, this is straight now. See, we went down, nailed onto this one square, and then when we lifted it up, it tilted this level.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything else is square and level. See how quick something can go out of line? Like it's literally on the line there, but...
Just making sure we're getting these on our 16-inch centers.
They definitely got to be moved a little. I put the curve of the wood in, so it's pretty much going all the way in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, do you want to start with this one?
Okay, put one. Yeah, right there. Yeah. There. Now look down them. Look pretty good.
Okay, so yeah, pretty much the frame of it. We just got to do some blocking now. We had to add this extra piece here because it wasn't quite 16 inches. It was a little longer than 16 inches from here to where we're going to end. No? Shorter?
No, it was within 16 inches, but we had to put this one because from here to here was, I think it was good. Yeah, it's only it's only 15 inches from, like it would have worked out good. The only reason why we had to add this one is because our deck kind of comes past like it does here, and I need something for my boards to be on here. They can't just be, because we are leaving a gap here because we're not jamming our deck right against our tin fascia and all that once it's in, or against the building itself on the eaves, but I need this here for my few boards that'll be out here so they're they don't have, but this, and between this and this was okay. It was only 15 inches, but like I said, this whole thing here is basically just so we have this much nailing flange on both sides, or you know, a joist to nail down to on both sides. It's pretty good.
Good. So we're at a controversial part of our decking because Jesse is insisting that we put this flat blocking along our beam, and then we put some ice water membrane over this, so then water doesn't drip down to our beam, even though our beam is covered in the blue skin. But anyways, you won that argument.
Well, we're just using ice water membrane at, like, instead of deck like joist sill tape for like underneath the deck boards. I'm just ice water membraning everything, because the way this house is designed, like, I don't want the front end of this house to only have like the lifespan of a good deck, and like, so that's why I'm trying to keep as much wood from getting exposed to water as possible, because I want it to have, like, instead of like a 25-year deck life, the front of this house, I want it to have like a regular life of a house. Not so, I mean, it's just kind of, it's not the best design, so we're making do with it.
Yeah, so this is
so that it
overkill for a deck. For a deck,
but it's not just a deck, it's the front of your house.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're doing this, so it might, if you, when you see it, it might seem a little like, what the heck is this blocking? But basically, it's not blocking. We're just using the leftover 2x12 that we have, and we're just using it as kind of like a base to have the ice water membrane draped over.
Because it's only like $80 for a Canadian for a roll of ice water membrane. So we'll just cut it all up into strips and use it everywhere we need to, and just try and keep as much of this, all these joists under the deck from getting wet ever. And then it'll last a good long time. And and I think it's going to be cheaper than like blueskin and all that's pretty expensive, and a roll is only $80. So.
As you can see, this block is gonna be covering the main beam underneath here.
Yeah,
so
and then we'll just have the majority of it cut out in between
for drainage.
The water will drip down here, and it won't even be dripping into our cement pillars or anything, because it all counts really to make this last.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. It's
a little unconventional what we're doing,
yeah,
but
it's
the best way I can
think of
come up with in my mind to make this as waterproof as possible. Like we're gonna just roll out a whole roll of ice water here, and then stick it real good, even a little bit up the wall, and onto the sill of the door and everything, and then just cut out all the openings so that the water can drain down through, drip, not on the wood, right, in between everything.
Yeah. Moving on to the last end here. With covering up these beams.
It's okay.
So we finished all these, whatever
Things.
Jesse want to call them.
It's unconventional, I know, but the way we're going to lay out our ice water membrane as using it as like a joist tape, we're going to keep everything from really ever getting wet.
So we got those done. A strip here at this beam, the far end, and then the middle.
I'm going to pull
He's cutting his holes now. I didn't film the rest of it because I got a massive headache.
Yeah,
that was insane. That was like a migraine. Anyways, so Jesse did all his ice water membrane. It looks good.
I don't know if anyone's ever done this before.
Don't think so.
Like you could see at the front of the building, we got the ice water comes up about 2 inches on that wall, so it's got basically double protection in that bottom edge. I wanted a little bit of overhang. Like this will obviously sag down, but it's always going to allow the water to drip away from the wood.
So that's his.
And joist tape would have, protected the top from penetration, but water would still always be running down the sides of the joist.
Looks good. It looks hardcore.
Yeah.
But
I tried
anyways,
to make all round cuts in the corners, so there's no where for if you had a slice here for it to start kind of separating and whatever.
we've done it backwards. It's the blue skin is supposed to go on top of this, but now we're having to do blue skin twice. Oh man. Starting with the edge, right?
Oh, that's what I forgot. Pencil.
Oh, there's one over here.
So I know this beam is pretty straight. I think it just kind of bows in a little bit, slightly in the middle, like very slightly. I'm not going to worry about it. And so I'm leaving the border of my deck boards hanging over my framing by 1/2 inch all the way around the border. So what I'm doing is I got a small piece of 1/2 inch plywood. I'm going to measure the width of the deck. I'm going to put this on the joist like this. This is in the way. Like that. Measure off of it. Make marks just at my 2 ends, and then we're going to snap a line and follow that line. Just there. Do the same thing at your end, but 1-2 inch maximum. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Perfect.
Sweet.
That's what we need right here. Yeah, we cut the board so that it's, because we're overhanging that inch for this board. I made sure we cut it at exactly 1 inch past. And then now I'm putting a 45-degree line on here with the square. So 45, put our line, and now the tip, and I'm not going to take any of that tip off, so I'll know that we're still a exact inch too long over this. And then I'll cut our next board on a 45 as well, and they should fit up pretty good. Okay.
That looks good.
It's not the worst. Oh, hold on.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah, that's perfect now.
There.
You are the handiest man I know.
Yeah.
I grew up with no handyman in my computer. I don't know how I got so lucky. Okay, at the other end. And it's locked in. Now, with our border complete and our 45-degree cuts, we are ready to start planning and cutting our deck boards to fit perfectly within the perimeter. Jesse's shaking his head. We started cutting all the deck boards, and then we started putting them in place, and then we kind of looked and we're like, it doesn't look right. And we realized that we need this border here. We can't just have these boards going straight. Not just because it doesn't look right for the deck, but we're also planning on doing vertical siding. So that's going to be like wood. And it's going to be about the same width of these deck boards. And then if they're not matching up with these deck boards, and then we have the deck boards flush against there, then it's just going to look weird. And it also just looks weird with the deck boards going straight to the house and not having this border piece. So that means having this border piece here means that these deck boards are going to come along here and not have any support. So now we have to do more blocking. We kind of just cut all these boards the wrong length. But good thing that they're not, they're too long. Are you sad? This deck project, we're like, we'll get this done in a day. It's been like 5. The deck that never ends. So Jesse just cut these ones where we meet the edge of our fascia. So that looks good. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be putting blocking there. He put a line all the way across where we're going to be putting our blocking. We're just going to be doing 2x6 blocking. It doesn't need to be really like robust like this 2x12 stuff. It's just really to put support in between the little bit of span that we need to have that deck board going across.
Big.
It's big. I'm so happy that we decided to put a border there. Like, it looks way better. I could not have imagined those boards just going right to the end. So, just probably about 10 more boards-ish. You need to measure?
No, I need a bunch of those ends.
Oh. Just set these boards up here to figure out how we're going to meet up with the end there, and really it's not bad, right? It's perfect.
So
yeah.
We kind of got lucky there, and I thought I'd have to rip a board or two to the right width, but it's working out to within a 1/4 inch gap right now, and we have 9 boards left to go in. So we're just going to we've been putting all these super tight because where we live here, these are going to shrink and we're going to end up with good gaps anyway. We're going to loose lay the last 9 and then leave a little bit of a gap between a couple of them, and then it'll make up for that 1/4 inch that we have at the end. No problem, without making any visible gaps too big. So
I'm probably gonna have to trim it because that's just, you know, how my luck. Oh, can fit, I think. Move it. As we laid each deck board down, it felt like we were building more than just a front porch. It felt like we were building the place where future mornings will start and where stories will be shared. Every step feels bigger than the last, and we can't wait to take the next one with you. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.